Good morning, guys. We have 21 days to go until our cruise holiday, and I have to say it is busy. And today I have a fair amount of things to do. I'm doing these big jobs now because I know I'm not going to have time down the line. I actually thought I was working the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday before we go down to Southampton, but it turns out I actually booked the Friday off, so close. We already have a spanner in the works. I can now no longer do the wheelie bins because our pipe has split. Oh dear. I'm going to have to use the water at the water bottle and flush the bins with that, like chuck it in there as hard as I can to flush out the shit in the wheelie bins until we can get a new pipe for the tap. I've decided I'm just going to have some lunch and then I'm going to go in, do the wheelie bins and see if anyone on the estate that I live on has a dolly trolley, because Carl wants me to completely empty the wheelie bin and wash that out too, which means it's going to be too heavy to lift and I do not want that bugger landing on my toe. The one thing we've been trying to do for ages is get rid of this moss. Last year we scarified this garden and put grass down, like fertiliser down and all that to help it grow. Winter came back, all this moss grew back and it's ruined the garden. It's everywhere. I mean, the weather has been so bad and it just hasn't stopped raining for the grass to dry out, for us to cut it, scarify it and put new grass seeds down. The garden is completely ruined again. It's awful. I do hate our garden a lot. So I've managed to get that job done, and I have to admit I do look scruffed today, but I didn't really see much point in having a shower when I was going to be doing all this work. So I figured I'd have a nice shower afterwards, and I need to give my toe some attention because the dressing's coming off, so I'm going to take that off and let it breathe. I am waiting for a delivery to come today because I've bought something for my wax seals and I want to do them before I post my pen pal letters. And I also have a first aid kit coming, which I've only bought a small one just for holiday. So that'll be getting packed into the suitcase as well, because you probably will need a first aid kit of some description. And one thing that also makes me very happy is that my channel has reached 400 subscribers. So I want to say thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And please hit subscribe. Just keep pummeling that button because I enjoy doing these vlogs and I want to show how I live life with hypothyroidism, and you're helping me doing that. So please keep thumbing that subscribe button for me. That is kind of the wheelie bin done and the kitchen bin done. I can cross those off my list. Now I have to batch cook, and I'm wondering whether to do that at the end of my job list because that is the one that's going to take most time. So it looks like I'm probably going to get the other stuff done first, because then I can have maybe a shepherd's pie for my tea tonight, but I have to have a light meal because it is weigh day tomorrow morning. So there's the first aid bag that I have just had delivered from Amazon, and I'm going to have a look and see what's inside it. And there we go. This is it. We got plasters, dressings, whatever that is, scissors, respirator, saline, tourniquet, tape, bandage, alcohol swabs, ear buds, I forgot what they are, cotton buds, safety pins, more plasters, bandage, emergency blanket, sterile water. Yeah, that'll do. I've got the batch cooking on the go, as you can actually hear the fan in the background, but I forgot to take the mince meat out of the freezer so that I could batch cook shepherd's pie, so that's actually not happening. However, I have managed to get one set of batch cooking done, so I'd say that was a completed task. Now I've just got to wait for that to finish, then I can cook my tea. I've had to change this because one of my eggs was a bit runny and ran all down my jumper, which I was gutted because it's a good jumper. And I've got Mabel howling at me constantly. What? It's been a week since my toenail came off, a week and 1 day if we want to be specific. And I have actually discovered part of my nail still in the bed. Now we're thinking that obviously this tiny bit didn't come off with the rest of the nail, and it could be my toe is pushing it out. Now the problem I have with that is the toe is still very sore. It takes longer to heal at the minute because I have to keep it dressed at work and at night when I'm in bed, because obviously in bed you've got the likes for us cat hair that just gets everywhere and stuff, so I have to keep it protected from the risk of infections. But it is very sore around the edges, the cuticles of the toenail, or lack of, so it's tender. So I'm hoping this bit of nail that's there, when my toe gets better, I'll be able to get that off. I have to get that off. Today is another day. Good morning again, and I've just come back from Slimming World. I have lost 2.5 pounds, so I am now back down to 14 stone 13 again, and I only have now 20 days to get to at least half a stone again before I go on holiday. Unfortunately this week Carl couldn't make it because he is still at work, and he got back to the yard early this morning, but he had to do some stuff at the yard, so he couldn't get away and had to miss this week. But you know what? I enjoyed it that much. I don't care what time of the day it is. I'm having my Itsu dumplings, hoisin duck dumplings. Yum. Well, that was quite unexpected. I've just had my baby cleaned and she is lovely and shiny now, fresh as anything. Good morning everybody. I didn't get much vlogging done yesterday apart from having my car cleaned. Things happened got in the way, so I couldn't continue. Today Carl is at a shooting range and I am home alone again, so I thought I would go and pay my granddad a visit and my parents, and when I get back I've got that batch cooking that I needed to make that I couldn't do the other day as well, and enjoy the day, let the cats out for a run, get some washing done, anything like that, because thankfully I'm not at work tomorrow. Finally just got home from my parents' house and I now have to get some batch cooking done, which is shepherd's pie. I have to cut up more potatoes, I've got to cut the veg. So I'm pretty much doing everything that I did from the other day. Should be a bit easier this one. Mushrooms, everything, so yeah, straightforward, no problems there. And here are the shepherd's pie. All I'm waiting on now is the mashed potato to go on the top with some cheese and they are done. Clouds have now started rolling in and I need to make sure that it doesn't start raining while I've got clothes outside. My toe is murdered this afternoon and I am pretty much dead for the day. If you've enjoyed this vlog, I would love it if you hit subscribe, because I did make that 400 subscribers mark and I appreciate that immensely, and because of that I will continue vlogging despite the amount of times that I have contemplated quitting. I don't want to stop because I do enjoy doing this, but until then I'll see you guys in the next vlog.